Once upon a time, deep in a lush green jungle, there lived a lion. But this wasn't just any lion. He was the king, yes, but he was also incredibly greedy and, let's be honest, a bit of a bully. Every single day, he'd demand that the animals send him one of their own for his lunch. The jungle, once a place of joy and music, was now filled with fear. The monkeys stopped chattering, the birds stopped singing, and a heavy silence hung in the air. One day, the dreadful lottery fell upon a small, clever rabbit. The other animals looked at him with pity. "Oh, poor rabbit," they whispered, "he's so small. The lion will devour him in a single bite." But this rabbit wasn't just small, he was smart. As he hopped slowly, very slowly, towards the lion's den, a brilliant, daring idea began to form in his mind. He arrived at the den deliberately late. The lion was furious, his roars echoing through the trees. "You tiny morsel, how dare you make me wait? I've a mind to make your end extra slow for your insolence." The rabbit, trembling but not with fear but with cleverness, bowed low. "Oh, mighty king," he squeaked, his voice filled with fake terror. "Please forgive my tardiness, it is not my fault, I assure you." As I was coming to you as quickly as my little legs could carry me, I was stopped by another lion. The greedy lion's ears perked up. "Another lion?" he growled, his pride stung. "Impossible. I am the one and only king of this jungle." "That's what I told him, your majesty," the rabbit exclaimed. "I told him I was on my way to serve our one true king. But he just laughed. He called you a fraud and said that he was the real king. And he said he would eat me himself, but since I was so skinny, he'd let me go and tell you to stay out of his territory." The lion was incandescent with rage. Another lion in his jungle challenging his authority. "Unthinkable! Take me to this imposter at once," he roared. "I will teach him a lesson he will never forget." The clever rabbit nodded eagerly and led the fuming lion through the jungle, deeper and deeper, until they reached an old, wide well filled with clear, still water. "He's down there, your majesty," the rabbit whispered, pointing a paw into the well. "He's hiding in his lair." The lion stomped to the edge and peered in. And there, in the water below, he saw him, a powerful, furious lion staring right back at him. When the greedy lion roared and challenged, the lion in the well roared back, mimicking his every snarl, his every angry move. Blinded by his own rage and arrogance, the lion didn't hesitate for a second. This imposter had to be destroyed. With a final, earth-shattering roar, he launched himself into the well to attack his own reflection. Splash! The clever rabbit watched as the greedy king thrashed and struggled in the deep water, unable to climb the slippery stone walls. The rabbit didn't wait around. He turned and hopped back to the other animals, a triumphant smile on his face. From that day on, the jungle was free. The birds sang again, the monkeys chattered, and it was all thanks to one small but very, very clever rabbit, who proved that brains will always triumph over brute force and greed.